Down in an old, crumbled, dusty, ruined barn lived a duck family, and Mother Duck had been sitting on a clutch of new eggs. One gloomy morning, the eggs hatched, and out popped 6 chirpy ducklings, but one egg was bigger than the rest, and it didn't hatch. Mother Duck couldn't recall laying that 7th egg. How did it get there? Mother Duck wondered, but before she had the time to think about it, the last egg finally hatched. A strange-looking duckling with dark, gray, fluffy, nasty feathers that should have been yellow glazed worried the mother duckling. The ducklings grew quickly into big, beautiful ducks. Mother Duck had a secret worry. I can't understand how this ugly duckling can be one of mine. The poor ugly duckling wasn't only ugly, but fat. He had the biggest appetite among his siblings. As time passed, the ugly duckling had a severe case of depression. His siblings didn't want to play with him. He was so clumsy, and all the farmyard folks simply laughed at him. His mother did try and console him. Poor little ugly duckling, she would say. Why are you so different from the others? And the ugly duckling felt worse than ever. Poor thing would cry himself to sleep, continuing to ask himself, why am I so ugly? Then one day, at sunrise, he ran away from the farmyard. He stopped at a pond and began to question all the birds. Do you know any ducklings with gray feathers like mine? But everyone looked and shook their heads with disgust. We don't know anyone as ugly as you. The ugly duckling did not lose his heart. He kept on making investigations. He went to another pond where a pair of large geese gave him the same answer. They warned him, don't stay here, go away, it's dangerous. There are men with guns around here. The duckling was sorry that he never left the farmyard. Then one day, his travels took him near an old blue cozy court woman's cottage. The old lady grabbed him. She was upset that he was a boy. If you don't lay eggs, the old woman will wring your neck and pop you into a pot, said the cat. I hope the woman cooks you, then I can munch on your bones. The poor ugly duckling was so scared that he lost his appetite, though the old woman kept stuffing him with food. If you don't lay eggs, at least hurry up and get plump. Then one night, finding the hutch door open, he escaped. Once again, he was all alone. He fled far as he could. If nobody wants me, I'll hide here forever. Luckily, he found an earthy green forest. There was plenty of food, and the duckling began to feel a little happier, yet he was still lonely. One morning, he saw a flight of beautiful birds wing over his head. White with long, slender necks, yellow beaks, and orange wings, they were migrating south. Time passed, winter approached. The poor ugly duckling suddenly wakes up, frozen at a peasant's house. Horrible things happened to the ugly duckling there. He was captured by animals. The family would laugh at him, throw things at him, throw him around. He wanted to just die already. One morning, he felt the warm sun shining and heard the larks singing and saw that all around was beautiful spring. Then the young bird felt that his wings were strong as he flapped them against his side and rose high in the air. Everything looked beautiful in the freshness of early spring. From a brush close came 3 beautiful white swans, rustling their feathers and swimming lightly over the smooth, clear water. The duckling remembered the lovely birds and felt more strangely unhappy than ever. I will fly to those royal birds and they will kill me because I'm so ugly. Better be killed by them than piqued by ducks, beaten by peasants, pushed by an old lady who plumped me, or starved with hunger in the winter. He flew towards them. Kill me, said the poor duck, and he bent over with his head down to the surface of the water, awaiting for death. But what did he see in the clear, strange water below? His own image, no longer a dark gray bird, ugly, unpleasant to look at, but a beautiful, graceful swan. The swans looked at him crazy at that scene. And the swans shouted, "We're swans like you. Where have you been hiding?" "It's a long story," he replied. The hot young swan replied. Now he swam majestically with his fellow swans, and he ended up being the sexiest out of them all. The end.